2025 is probably a very interesting year for me because it's actually the first year in my life where you're fully put in the real world. I feel like with the school and the education system, it's kind of like, yeah, you go to school for your, what, collectively 13 years, 5 to 18. Push that to 21 if you're going to university. Hey, maybe, not 21, 15. But hey, maybe even 25 depending on the course you're studying. So I guess it's subjective to how long the course you're studying is. And that's even if you want to go to university. I know I didn't. It's not for me. Not me bashing uni, but I'm personally against it. I mean, there's some people who work their arse off to get a degree and they still don't get the job they want. So they're in the same boat as us guys who just finished the education system. You know, searching for jobs is hard nowadays, so it's really hard. And pretty much, long story short, the education system, they did kind of lie to us. I remember back during Roku in secondary school. So this would be high school. I'm going to start saying high school. I'm moving in secondary school now. I beat the education system. Secondary school is too long, and I feel like saying high school just saves me some breath. So I'm going to say secondary. High school. Back during high school in Roku. It's ironic because I'm actually from England and we say secondary school. I digress. In high school, we yeah, every time in Roku, our deputy head teacher, he would always stand on the podium and he'd say something along the lines of, we wish you get a great job, live a great life, something like that, and go to a good university or something equivalent. Yeah, to some level of what he said is true, but it's the fact that they played lie to us, and I think this is one of the many reasons why I find it very hard to enjoy school, because I already knew we were being lied to at a very early age. And you know, many people my age, they also call. I remember I'd be doing maths lessons at like 14, 15, 16, and a student, he'd be asking the same questions I'd be asking in my head. How is this going to benefit my life? And he's right, because the things he taught us, and this isn't me bashing mathematics, you may love mathematics or have a passion for maths, but it wasn't for him, and I hear it. Because I know the maths I learned now definitely ain't for me. This isn't to say maths isn't necessary. You go to a shop, you need to know how much you're going to pay. The amount of bills you're going to pay something, buy something, know how much you're going to pay throughout the 3 years with compound interest. I don't know, just a few examples. You can split the money, divide, those aspects are needed. But it's just the things that are bullshit for those who aren't really interested in life. And, you know, like the algebras, I don't really find that necessary. Well, especially, I can only speak for me. So I'm not really academic or anything like that. So I will not say that. But the majority of the stuff they teach is like, it's like you're just wasting time. You're just there for the sake of being there. You know what I mean? So yes, that's not my cup of tea. I would say, definitely not my cup of tea. It's not something I want to do. You know. So yeah, I never really. You know, I just said the education system and whatnot, all that bullshit that comes with it as well. I say that because 2024, I was in the first half of the year, so I finished college in June. So the first 6 months, it was kind of structured in the sense that you kind of knew what you were going to do. You kind of knew you were going to go to college and whatnot, get your degree, get your diploma, all that good stuff. But then the second half of the year, it's like you just kind of pushed to the deep end. It's like they teach you a set of things and then they push you to the deep end. You're in the real world now, and it's kind of like, huh? What? Teacher, you taught me this, so why am I here? It's like, you realize, oh, that's life now. It's so broad. It was more than just school. The things you taught and you thought that was all you needed, bro. It's a whole different world, man. So much to life. That school, unfortunately, didn't teach us, and I hope the education system gets better over the years, but it's not it right now, man. There's so many skills you need to learn about life. You just have to go on and learn about like money and stuff, investing, how to use your money. That's only one aspect, man. It's still about dating, man. Being a father, these things are things I think school should teach, but It's not taught. So I had to get into shape. It's ironic because in schools they teach PE, but they don't go to the core fundamentals of how to actually get in shape. I feel like there needs to be nutrition lessons to be a mandatory rather than just having to choose PE, because the amount of fat people out here is ridiculous, man. Not to mention they're not happy also, so you can only imagine the pain. Sucks. Shame. Shameful. I think we found an area to sit. An area to sit where I actually don't want to wet my ass or anything. I ain't wetting my ass, bro. I ain't doing it, man. Yeah. 2025 is going to be an interesting year. And I have to embrace it. I have to embrace it because that's what life will always be like. What will life always be like? The way it is now. When you don't live by the script, you live with a sense of uncertainty. It doesn't even need to be living by the script. Although I encourage you not to. It's a boring life. Don't have to. Do it. Oh, it's a real movie, so. Yeah. But I mean that in the sense that you don't have school anymore. You kind of just have to figure it out. So not everyone's gonna walk down the same path anymore. You know, everyone's different jobs, different dreams, ambitions. It's not like you're not gonna be in that one skill set anymore. You gotta find your own thing that you enjoy. I enjoy making YouTube videos. Gotta be I can make a living from this because I really enjoy it. But yeah, 55, man. 18 gives her, it's a big reality check to those who don't already know already. I knew this was coming, so I'm not shocked. I knew that even though I got decent GCSE result, even though I got, you know, I said decent diploma from my first grade, it's not really gonna, well, I ain't dying, bro. I ain't dying. Hold on. Now we can cross. Yeah, like I was saying, I knew, despite getting all these decent grades, so I'm not very academic, but got enough to pass. I knew it's not really going to fix our problems, that's why I didn't really get too gassed or too ashamed. I do feel like these teachers, they put a lot of pressure on the students to perform a certain way, and I get it to some extent. In the sense like they want them to pass, you know, there's pressure to get them to pass, but it's like, they truly make it seem like it's the end of the world. Like if you were to get X result, you know, and if you were not to get it, it would be the end of the world, which is far from the truth. But yeah, that's it now. 2025, 2019 this year. It's interesting because there's not really a roadmap to how to become successful now, because school failed and, you know, you get past school and then you realise how hard it actually is to navigate. And this is why most people fall off, because they realise how hard it is and they just give up. They're like, you know what, let me just settle, man. They get this is where the food comes in, the binge eating, the Choritos. I don't even know if I said that right, the Doritos, the beer, the wine, the alcohol, then the belly comes in. And they just watch TV all day because they're just not built for it, man. Men's testosterone's dropped, so they're just not built for it. You realise how hard it is, like, you know, settle. And if that's your thing, you don't know. Like, let me get a wife and kids and settle down. They just go for that normal life. That's so boring to me. I want to navigate this road. And I think this generation, we are starting to wake up. And there's people out there who are willing to teach you. There's many courses that will just teach you certain skills, certain aspects to make a certain amount of money. Not even just all about the money, just helping people in general and feeling fulfilled. Because I think we all clocked on 9 to 5s aren't it? I don't know. There's a different way. There's a different way. This is why the teachers tried so hard to convince us during the school days that you need to get these grades. Now this isn't telling me telling you to skip school. Go to school, get your grades, do what you need to do. Don't be one of those idiots that are watching this video and just see my message as an excuse to bunk school. You still need good grades, just do it. Just morally right. Just get the good grades. I know school's daunting, you know, but some are mandatory. Like elementary school, high school, middle school, college. Kind of have to do that. University, they're subjective to you. Don't let your family pressure you. But I still get them grades, get it out the way, man. Just do it. But also realize education is far from just school. The education taught in school, the majority of it is surface area. Real education begins now. This is where you're gonna learn a lot. This is why people, men in particular, I'm saying men because my channel is based towards men. But most men in their mid to late 20s, 30s, they're so wise because they actually experienced and been humbled by actual life, which is now. And I say I'm ahead of the curve. Not to say that I made it mentally where I want to be, but I say I figured it out early, and I believe I'm asking the right questions and navigating this heavy, uncertain road. So that's what I have to say. This is 2025. So definitely be a very interesting year for me because it's actually the first year where I never have to go to school again. And it'll be like that for the rest of your life. So it'll be like that for the rest of your life, you know? So just gotta embrace it because nothing's really gonna change. And yeah, 25, the actual slap in the face of life. I'm not sad, as cruel as this message may sound, because you know when you embrace something, you prepare. You know, life's not fair. It's not always gonna go the way you want. Kind of just have to figure it out. I hope you guys can relate. That's me. I'm thinking on the train now because my hands are freezing. The least I can do, despite having freezing hands, is to train a bit. I like making these talking videos, so it just gets me going, it gets my blood rushing, it gets me that confidence up, man. I feel awesome, I feel like I took to anyone. I built that confidence up, man, in less than an hour, so that's good. I'm gonna do some pull-ups, calisthenics, I'm gonna work on my phone. Should we go back to the park?